everybody, and welcome to another teacher talk session tonight. And tonight we are going to have another educator from different part of the world, like every Monday. So tonight our guest is from Nigeria, and she's an English teacher, Adefunke Adesina Abiodun. When she comes, we are going to start our live session with her. I think she's here. Yeah, she sent me a request to join. Let me accept her invitation. I'm waiting for her to join. I'm waiting for her. Sometimes it takes time to join the live session. Hi, Adesina. I'm waiting for Adesina to join. Sure. I have accepted. Adefunke. Ah, there you are. But I can't
Yes.
see you. Where are you?
Oh, okay. Just a minute.
Sure.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Take your time.
Yes, I'm sorry, please. Oh,
You need to turn
okay.
your camera, front camera.
Yes, okay. I don't know. What is up? Oh, this is thing. Just 1 minute, I'll get back to you now.
No,
Just
no, no.
one
We
minute.
see. You need to change your camera.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
It's on your screen. If you look, there's a circle. You need to click on it. Two arrows like this.
Okay. A circle.
You need to use your front camera. Now you are using the other camera.
Okay. Oh, can you just give me 2 seconds? Let me sort it out. Okay.
Ah, now okay.
Oh,
Finally. Great. We can see you now.
thank you.
Okay. You're
But
welcome, Adefunke.
I can
And
see.
yes, we can start it. Okay, welcome, Adefunke. It's great honor to have you here in Teacher Talk 192nd session. And I'm really happy to have you here. And I would like to say thank you very much for accepting my invitation for Teacher Talks.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Can you
Yeah.
hear me clearly?
I can hear you, but I'm not
Oh,
seeing you. But it's okay.
all right. So, Adefunke, so I know about you, but maybe our audiences would like to know about you. So, can you tell us about yourself, please, and a bit about your experiences too?
Okay. My name is Miss Adesina. I'm from Nigeria, West Africa.
Yes.
Okay. I studied English education from Lagos State University, LASU, Ojo in Lagos State, one of the popular cities in Nigeria. I I worked in Abuja, that's in the northern part of Nigeria. I had my teaching career. I started my teaching career there. I worked in the Funtaj International School. Well, first we
Great.
Funtaj International School, where we have the Nigerian curriculum. Then I worked in the Regent School. Now that is where I got exposure. And now the Regent School is a pure British curriculum school.
Mm-hmm.
The, everything is the British curriculum. And I spent 9 years there. Then I got to learn a lot of things about the education sector. And in 2017, I traveled to Morocco, precisely. I worked in Nuru Mohammed International School in Marrakesh. I was in Turkey, Istanbul.
Oh, very nice.
Yes. I work in STEP International School at the Seri, the Asian side.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Yes, it's a beautiful school. I worked in the English department. It was very nice. Then after a year, I worked in prestigious Cambridge International School, Atalia, in
Oh,
Atalia. Yes,
I
yes, yes,
see.
yes,
That's
yes,
a nice
yes.
place also.
Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. It was nice. The children were beautiful. I've worked in Nigeria, I've worked in Morocco, I've worked in Turkey, and I think I have a little exposure, and I want to have more.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adefunke. All right. So you have a lot of experience about different countries. Mm-hmm.
Yes, to some extent.
Okay, great. So my next question is, what was or were your turning point or points in your own education?
Wow. My turning point was when I gained admission to study English
Uh-huh.
education. Because that's when I left high school. I got admission to the university, and
Yes.
then I studied English education. Now, in Nigeria, in the university I went, we have to study the English. Now we have to study the grammar, the literature, and
Uh-huh.
education. So it was a real turning point. And number two, it was when I had to start, get able to work on myself, bring out the best in me. And I was like, starting a new life. No,
I
no more,
see.
no more in the secondary school. I'm on my own. I have to build my life, start a career, and get to know what the future will be.
Oh, I see. And you had a hard life then.
Not really. In the university, it was no. It's because it was like we're facing three fields: English, English grammar, literature,
Uh-huh.
and the education aspect. Like now, then you have to teach. The education methodology, how you teach in the classroom, what do you expect in the classroom, assessment. So we had to go through teacher training.
I see. Mm-hmm. I
Yes.
got it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adefunke. So you've been teaching for a couple years, and
Yes.
I'm sure that in this time you have tried different techniques, different strategies, and different methodologies in your lessons.
Yes.
So probably you have a philosophy of teaching. What is it? What is your philosophy of teaching?
My method of teaching.
Yes.
Mm. Well, my method of teaching is, well, I have, what I do in the classroom is I like conversational method.
I see. Mm-hmm.
Conversational method. For example, like when I mean conversational methods, like one-on-one. Now, when I pass a knowledge to someone, when I'm teaching someone, I want to like get a feedback to know, do he or she understand what I'm teaching? Do
Yes.
he or she understand what I'm doing? So it's like a feedback. So that's one of my
Mm-hmm.
strategies, like a feedback. So I get a feedback to I get a feedback to know what I'm doing and to ask questions. Mm.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. That's your philosophy of teaching.
Oh, well, there's also to create a supportive and
Mm-hmm.
a good inclusive learning environment where the students
Uh-huh.
can engage in. And what I mean is this right now. If the students are not comfortable and the environment, the there won't
Yes.
be, that means the teacher and the student do not have a good mental health.
I see.
So the student, I mean, you have a good conducive learning environment.
Mm-hmm. I got it. Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
very much, Adefunke. You
yes,
know, we are educators and we
yes,
have a lot of stories, okay, in our education life.
yes.
Sometimes we have, the bad stories, sometimes we have good stories, and sometimes we have failed ones, and sometimes we have, the success stories. Can you
Yes.
tell us one or maybe two success stories of yours? Something inspirational.
Okay. When I was teaching in the Regent School, in the classroom, there's all the ability children. We call them the A children, the
Yeah.
B children, and the D children. Now, this child was tagged the C child, and I do not
Uh-huh.
like being tagged and being called uh, a child. I mean, it was given a name that I wasn't comfortable with. And I believe that no matter what a child is, a child can still get better. All the thing a child needs is love and patience from the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
When the teacher has a love, I mean, has a patience for the child, the 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 child now. So now, like, oh, is not doing well in the classroom, and I mean, it was just not a good report. So I was like, no, we can still work on this child, and this child can get the best. So after a year, we worked on the child, and the child, as I'm talking now, is a mechanical engineer.
Wow.
He has graduated from the university and he's doing well because one of the like I have to boost the confidence of the child that you can do it, no matter what it
Mm-hmm.
is difficult, you can do it.
I see. That's the kind of story for child success story that you have.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So
Thank you very much. Would you like to add anything else or that's it?
uh secondly, I think was when I traveled to Marrakesh. That was my first time out of Nigeria. I mean, teaching outside Nigeria, and in
Uh-huh.
Marrakesh, the language are Arabic, French, and English. Now, English
I
is the
see.
third. Yes, 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 yes. English is the third language. So now the issue is I can speak Arabic. I understand a little bit of French, a little, and English. And the parents was like, we're having, but the children, because the methodology I use, I mean, when I worked with the lower school and the LAs, was I used music, English
Yes.
music, and children love singing. So I use music, so they like music. I use a lot of visual CAD, visual display, videos. So they were like excited. And whenever they go home, they sing English songs. They start rhyming words, they start speaking words in English. And the next day they go, oh, my child is Right, so I mean, I think that's gave me joy.
I see. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adefunke. You
Yes,
know, Adefunke, in our lessons, we all try different activities, okay?
yes,
And I'm sure that you also have you try different activities in your lessons with your students.
yes.
Can you tell us one or maybe two activities that you like to use in your classes?
Mm, okay. Okay. Uh, well, there's lots of activities. Like one of the major activities, depending on the year group that
Uh-huh.
I'm working with, depending on the year group I'm working with, most especially, and I mean, like if I'm, for example, if I'm working with the lower school or the early years, lower school early
Uh-huh.
years, I prefer to use role play.
Role play. All right.
Yes,
That,
yes,
that's
because
really nice.
yes, I really prefer that because the only way they can learn is through playing. That's the use making turning the teaching to fun. Because if it's so boring, they'll start sleeping. So the only
Mm-hmm.
thing you will do is okay, I use role play. I mean, whatever I'm going to do, make it like role play or discussion or an in-house activity or introduce
Mm,
a
I
game
see.
or introduce a game. Now, if
I
it's in
got
the
it.
upper school, I can, especially if you're treating a comprehension passage, I can watch a video relating, or we have
I
a
see.
discussion relating to the topic we are treating.
Mm-hmm. I got it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adefunke.
Yes.
And you know, you have worked you have worked different countries and
Okay.
you have faced different. Just a moment. There's a problem, I think, with my.
Okay. So can
Can you
you
hear me
repeat
now?
that again? It's crack. It's not in the sound. It's not
Just a moment.
clear.
Just a moment. I'll try it now.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. I'm with you.
No. Can you hear me now better?
Very well. Okay.
Okay. If it is better, now I can talk like this.
Okay.
All right. So I was saying that you have faced a lot of different students in different countries. All right.
Yes. Please. Yep.
So when you think about them, can you tell us the challenges of students about learning a new language?
Wow. 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 Wow.
Maybe
Wow.
one or two examples.
Okay. Now, one of the challenges is culture.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Now, let me use Turkey for example. The way I will teach in Nigeria, I can teach in a Turkish school like that.
Uh-huh.
Because our culture in Nigeria is different from the Turkish culture.
Yes.
Now, so I have to respect the culture. Now, I remember when I first got to Turkey, I have to understand the norms
Yeah.
of Turkish people. I have to understand the norms. I mean, being a teacher in the classroom.
Uh-huh.
But in every country, there are different ethics, there are different rules, and how to
Definitely.
manage them. So, if I use, let me use Turkey for example. When I was working in Turkey, one of the number one was well, the first school I worked in Turkey, English was not the problem because the foundation
Yeah.
they could speak English. It was an international school, so they could speak it, but they were working on their English. So I realized that the classroom system
Yeah.
is different from home. I different from Morocco. It's different from what I saw when I was in Marrakesh. It's
Mm-hmm.
quite very different. So the culture. Secondly, now I was teaching English. So the way we teach English here is different from the way I taught English in Morocco and Turkish, because in those two countries it's through communication.
Yeah,
Yes. But
I see.
down here, yes, but down here it's a little bit deeper. It's a little bit deeper.
Uh-huh.
So it was a lot of strange to me. So when my boys were saying, no, just teach them, it's for communication, I look at the curriculum, I was like, okay, wait. So that is the culture. And number two, it's the the children. I mean, for example, the children have as a teacher, I not really had issue, was like language barrier with some of the parents. With
I
some
see.
students are excellently good in English, but then conversing with the parent,
Mm-hmm. I got it. That
yeah,
that they are the problems that you face. Okay,
yes,
thank you very much. You know, when you think about the teachers and the students at school, their
okay,
their or actually our mental health is really important. We need
yes,
to
yes,
be really fresh. We need to be relaxed, and we need to have a really, healthy mind. When you think
yes.
about this, how important is the students and the teachers' mental health for their school life?
Wow. It's like, okay, from what you said now, when you talk about mental health, I mean, when someone's mental health, when someone doesn't have the right mental, doesn't have a good frame of mind.
Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah. And so if a student does not have a good frame of mind, so students
Exactly.
cannot learn, cannot absorb or assimilate anything, cannot get anything assimilated. So the student mental health is very, very important,
Yeah.
because if the student is not mental, it cannot do its task, its classwork, cannot be in a class, and it's going to be difficult for him or her to stay in the class. It's going to be like a problem in the classroom.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And if you also use the teacher's mental health, because when a teacher's mental health, I mean, when somebody is on a good framework, you can teach, you can deliver. You're going to, I mean, whatever you're going to give will be like rubbish.
Yeah, you're right. Oh,
So
mhm.
the students' mental health, I mean, they need to collaborate together. When the has a good mentor and the teacher has good mentor, they can both work together, because a teacher and a student both have to work together.
I see. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adefunke.
Yes.
Adefunke, you mentioned that you were teaching, you were teaching speaking and the writing lessons, okay? If I'm not
Yeah.
wrong. So when you think about this, what strategies do you use to build students' confidence for speaking and writing? Because, writing and speaking are really difficult skills to, the handle for the students. So what strategies do you use?
Oh, okay. Now, I remember when it comes to speaking and writing. Okay, let's use speaking for example. Now,
Sure,
when we talk about speaking, for example, you have to have confidence. So what do I do? Like, for example, give them a speech,
sure.
write up, they read it, they assimilate it, and they understand it, or
Okay.
they digest it. And secondly, at times we do peer group, like they read together, they
Uh-huh.
they read together. I mean, that's another strategy, like peer group, because they influence themselves. They read together, they study together, so it enhances. So that's another strategy that I use in the classroom. And it boosts their confidence, because I like, okay, if they don't do properly, they can fall on their friend if they cannot discuss with the teacher. So it's like getting someone, like I also use someone who is better and match them together to complement each other.
Hmm, I see. You use that strategy for speaking and writing. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adefunke. You know,
And also, okay, sorry, also, we can do a recording. And when we do a recording, when you're speaking, we record it. And we'll make them to listen to what they've said and
mhm,
like consider, is it good or they can do better?
I see. That's another one. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Yes.
So, Adefunke, when you
Yeah.
think about your students, sometimes they do not understand everything we try to teach them. And then they
Mhm.
come to us and ask, I need more help. I need more help from you. And
Yes.
when you think about that situation, how do you help your students when they need
Ah,
extra help about the topic
okay.
they don't understand?
Okay. Normally, I mean, it's not really, I mean, it's not really, not wrong if like if they do 6 topics and they understand 3 or 4, that's still good. So what do I do if I teach a topic or a child that needs an extra help? Number one is to create an extra class for the child, extra
Okay.
class, extra hour, so that we can repeat the topic, and from there we can assess.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, um, on homework,
Sure.
continuous homework to take home to do, online resources. I
I
mean,
see.
yes, it gives them like most people are digital. Everyone is being digital. They say go online and give them the links or sites for them to go and study. And three, it's assessment. And lastly, what I do is I use peer group a lot. I use their friends. When in the classroom, I use their friends to augment them.
I see.
So once I see a child who is not doing well in a topic, I consider having an extra hour to repeat the topic.
Mm-hmm. I got it. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. Would you like to
Yeah.
add anything else?
Excuse me?
Would you like to add anything else? Or can I move on
No.
to another question?
Nothing now.
Okay. Okay. So you have been teaching for a long time, and you have taught in Nigeria also.
Yes.
When you think about that, if you have a chance to change one thing about education in Nigeria, what would you change?
Well,
A lot of.
um, well, sincerely, Nigeria is a big country,
Yeah.
and and the education. Okay, let me just explain the education system in Nigeria. We have the
Sure.
public school,
Uh-huh.
we have the private school.
Oh, you have private schools there also. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have the international private school. Those ones are for the, I mean, it's
Uh-huh.
quite expensive for the airlines. So, I mean, so if I have a chance, or that gives me the power, what I would do is to, I mean, I've seen things in Morocco, I've seen things in Turkey. It's to make education more digital in
Uh-huh.
Nigeria. Because I mean, it empowers the student and it enriches, I mean, makes them to do research and makes them to get more knowledge, and it will improve the education in Nigeria. And secondly, I mean, I would secondly, if I mean, I would love to get funds to make children to go to school. With
Yeah.
poverty, yeah, we have this poverty in Nigeria. There's no denying it. So if there is money to, I mean, to help the public school to fund them so that more children can go to school.
I see. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. And you know, not only teachers, they need a kind of, the kind of a thing to motivate themselves to go to work, all right? And
Yes.
in every other, job or other people, they also need something they need to motivate them to go to work every day.
Yeah.
When you think about this, what motivates you to go to school?
Oh, okay. To be sincere, I mean, if you don't have passion for children, you will not. You would leave the teaching career.
Yeah.
You will not want to, because when you look at the energy, the strength
Hmm.
that you put into the work, and you look
Yeah.
at, if I'm allowed, the salary. So what gives me joy is when I see the children I've worked with or the children I'm working with, I'm seeing them making progress. I get fulfilled. I get satisfied. I'm very happy.
Hmm. That's it. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right.
Yes.
It's not easy to follow, Adefunke, to follow the technological improvements especially in education world. Every day, every day, the new things comes up, and sometimes
Yes.
we cannot catch them. And
Yes.
when you think about this, how do you follow technological improvements in education world? What do you do? What can you suggest to us?
Wow. Wow. Yeah. The commercial improvement. It's my own is it's very good because I mean, the use of technology in education has really empowered more researchers.
Yeah,
Yes, and that, I mean, makes people to study to get more innovation. There is more discovery.
sure.
There's more discovery, and it opens more doors and it brings more things. So I feel that it's. I mean, the use of technology in education, it's positive. It's very, very good.
Mm-hmm. Do you use any special technological tools for your lessons?
Yes, yes. Uh, for example, I use for example, we use the research computer.
Mm-hmm.
So we use computers. Uh, there's laptops. So I mean, for example, if let
So
me
I mean,
use.
like,
Okay, can you repeat the
let
question?
me ask Anna in this way. For example, you know that AI is very popular in
Yeah,
education
yeah,
world. In not
yeah.
only in education world, a lot of work. Do you use, AI tools for your lessons?
Well, to be sincere, it's, but I use it, but not, no, I don't use it in the lesson because it's sort of, it will make, people to do research.
Yeah.
It has its positive, it has its negative impact because it's always like, okay, once you just go there, you download everything, you don't want to use your brain.
Mm, I see. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adefunke.
Yeah.
Adefunke, next question is, if you could have one superpower to use in the classroom, what would it be and how would it help you? I know it's hard question.
Yes. Well, there's something called telepath. I don't know if I pronounce it very well. So it's something. It's a power that you can use to read people's mind.
Sure.
So if I have the power, it's going to help me to teach. Number one, to know what is my in my students' mind, to help them to solve whatever problem, since I have the power to do so. I'm going to use it in the classroom to sort out whatever issue or difficulty they are facing.
I see. You is the ring mind, you mean.
Yes.
In mind. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adefunke. Adefunke, think that we finish our interview and you go outside your room and find a lottery ticket that ends up winning $100 million. What would you do? Be honest.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very, very honest.
Sure.
Okay, from my heart. If I have that, when I was in Morocco, I had passion for orphanage.
Uh-huh.
I have passion for orphanage, and if I had the money, I would love to build an orphanage that has school, take care of children, to feed them, to make life better for the children on the street.
Oh, that's really kind of you to do it.
Yes, because when I was in Morocco, there's an orphanage in Sada, and those children, they were from all over the world. I mean, people that lived in Marrakesh, that they drop the children, they cannot help. So I really thought something, Mahana, if I had the funds, I would like to. There was an orphanage, but I mean, to give them food. Whenever I take food, the little I had to share with them, I could see joy and happiness in their eyes. And
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
yes,
All right. You use the money for them. Okay.
yes, yes,
What
yes.
about yourself?
Oh well, I would, of course, I would love to. I mean, have my own education consultancy. Like
Nice.
I would like to retire from the classroom and go to the next level, and I mean, get more experience, because everything in life is experience. If you need to be better, you need to get experience.
I see. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adefunke. You know the time flies, Adefunke. And now I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask you my last question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What is your motto?
Ah,
Another difficult question.
not really. To
No.
make it a better place.
Say again?
To make the world a better
Ah,
place.
that's nice. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adefunke. Okay. So Adefunke, I asked all my questions to you, all right?
Okay.
And before ending our live session, would you like to add anything else?
Okay. Should you want me to ask you questions?
I mean, would you like to say anything else
Oh,
to the audiences before ending our live
okay.
session?
Okay.
Any suggestions to them?
Well, I okay. I would like to talk about the new teachers. The
Sure.
the new teachers becoming like. I mean, being in the teaching industry, it's not really that rosy if you don't have the patience.
Uh-huh.
So they need to have the passion for the children they're working with, and they need to have patience, because without patience, it's not easy to be in the
Mm-hmm.
classroom with the children. And they need to go for training, for seminar, and to meet people who can help them more in the field. And it will take time. It will
I
take
see.
time.
Mm,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Adefunke.
Yes.
And also, I would like to say thank you very much for the being with us here tonight and for your suggestions, for your advice, and especially for your time. You have spent your time here with us. That was really precious for us. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right then. So, Adefunke Adesina Abiodun was with us tonight for TikTok's 192nd. We are going to be here, that next week at the same time on the same day, every Monday at 9 p.m. And until that time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of yourself, Adefunke.
Thank you very
And
much.
bye bye, everybody, and
Bye
peace.
bye. Thank you.